You know that rush you get when you have a new idea? You're excited, obsessed even. You start researching, planning, maybe even buying supplies or opening a new project folder. And then something else grabs your attention. A new idea, a new passion, a new "this time I'll follow through." If that feels familiar, you might be stuck in what I call the curiosity trap. As a psychologist and an artist, I've seen this pattern in so many creative and intelligent people. People who could do a lot of things but struggle to finish one thing. In this video, we're going to explore the psychology behind the curiosity trap, how your personality drives it, and how to understand yourself better so that you can focus on what's high value and finally see things through. The curiosity trap is what happens when your love of learning and novelty becomes a distraction disguised as growth. Curiosity is a very powerful trait. It fuels creativity, innovation, and meaning. But when it goes unchecked, it fragments your attention. You start 10 things, you finish none, and you end up feeling scattered, guilty, or like you're not living up to your potential. Psychologically, this is often tied to high openness to experience, which is one of the big 5 personality traits. People who are high in openness are drawn to complexity, aesthetics, and abstract ideas. They see connections that not everyone does, and they enjoy looking into those connections. But the downside, they can drown in all the different possibilities, all the things you could be doing. Curiosity gives you a bit of a dopamine hit every time something feels new. A song idea, a business plan, a course, a hobby, and your brain rewards you just for imagining it. That means you get the pleasure of progress before you've actually made any. Here's where personality really matters. Your ability to follow through depends not just on curiosity, but on how it interacts with the trait conscientiousness and neuroticism. Openness is the spark, the creative energy and imagination. Conscientiousness can be seen as the container. Organization, persistence, and self-discipline are all driven by the trait conscientiousness. Neuroticism is the emotional fuel, sensitivity that can either drive you forward or derail you. If you're high in openness and low in conscientiousness, you'll constantly be inspired but rarely structured enough to finish. If you're high in both, you could be a visionary executor. People who imagine new worlds and then build them. If you're high in openness and high in neuroticism, you might engage in something that is sometimes called self-sabotage. This is where perfectionism or a fear of picking the wrong idea keeps you from committing. So before you go too hard on yourself for being unfocused, realize it's not a flaw, it's your psychological wiring, and understanding exactly how you are wired and what motivates and drives you means that you can engage in the things that are your strengths and manage the things that are maybe not. The key is to work with your strengths, not against your traits. So how do you actually understand yourself better? Start by asking, when is it exactly that I lose interest? Do I crave novelty or mastery? Do I thrive in chaos or in structure? You can Google your own Big 5 personality assessments, and they're not great when they're free, but they can give you at least an idea of your preferences, even if it's not a valid psychometric personality assessment. You might find that you're someone who thrives on exploration, and you should build a system that lets you experiment within boundaries. Give yourself a creative playground. Maybe for you that looks like setting 90-day focus cycles or allowing one new curiosity project per quarter or whatever. Because the goal isn't to kill your curiosity, it's to curate it in the right direction. Now, not all curiosity is built equal. Some is shiny object curiosity, quick dopamine, low return. Other curiosity is deep, the kind that builds skills, identity, and fulfillment. High value curiosity is the kind that compounds over time. It connects your interests rather than scattering them. So think about how you can combine multiple of your interests together in a new and novel way. For example, if you're curious about psychology, art, and communication, maybe that's not 3 separate things. Maybe it's one integrated thing, storytelling through the lens of human emotion. When you find overlap between your curiosities and your strengths, then you get leverage. When you have leverage, you can build momentum. So here's a system you can use. Capture, don't chase. Keep a curiosity bank, write down all your ideas. You don't necessarily have to work on them, just store it. Delay the impulse. Wait a few days before starting anything new. If it still excites you, then it's probably a good thing to chase after. Choose your core 3. Doesn't have to be 3, could be 1 or 2, could be 5. But I like to pick 3 things that matter to me the most, the areas that I want to go deep on. Everything else is optional. So for me at the moment, I'm making YouTube videos, I'm writing an album, and I'm writing a fiction book. Very slowly, because it's all out of work. Integrate, don't isolate. Ask, how can this idea fit into one of my core domains? Review monthly or quarterly, whatever works for you. I don't really do this. My cat just knocked over my desk. I don't really do this, but some people find that it helps. Being curious is a wonderful thing when used correctly. It's a gift. By better understanding your own individual personality, you can stop seeing the chaos in curiosity and start seeing the design that you can work towards. Because creativity isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the right things deeply. So make sure that you protect your energy and honor your personality. And remember, you don't need to be less curious, just more intentional. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more psychology for creative minds. And let's see if you can see my cat. Odie. Aw, how sweet.